Well, hello everybody, this is Dear Mama Sal on a Saturday morning, and it's not like me to be recording on a Saturday morning, but as some of you know, I'm on my way to downtown Vancouver. I'm going to something called Stanley Park, and I'm going to put up some links for you so that you can see it on Google Maps or something similar. It's a most beautiful area. And I'm going to go and meet a friend of mine for lunch, so it's a very fun time for me, especially if all the traffic would stop. So first thing I'm checking is, do I have enough gas? And I have a full tank. That's good. I've got everything I need. I could have had breakfast, but I'll have a nice brunch when I'm there, so I'm not worried about that. We've got a lot of signs on the roads as I drive, because we're about to go into our municipal elections, and so everybody's getting very geared up for that. That'll be in a couple of weeks. So in fact, the weekend, maybe next weekend. Where are we now? Yeah, it could be next weekend. It's a nice day. It's 8 degrees, but the sun is out at the moment. Let's hope it stays that way. It's very pleasant in the sun. I'm certain it's not quite so nice out of the sun. And that would make it 47 if you translated it to an American imperial system. So my word for the day really is connected. And the reason I want to talk about being connected is because in this day and age, especially for those of us who are slightly older, in this day and age, we've got more ability to be connected because of internet. But in fact, we end up being less connected. I wonder if any of you know what I mean. So we don't make the telephone calls anymore, or very few. And we don't go and have lunch with our friends the way we used to. We just fire them off a quick email and say, okay, I've been in touch. So I really encourage everybody this week to get connected. Think about who it is that you actually value as a friend, but probably haven't seen. I'm actually doing 2 this week. And there's good news on both sides, because number one, I get to actually see my friends, physically touch them, get a hug and catch up. But also it gets me out of the house and doing something. So it's part of my entertainment, if you like. My balance in life is to get out and get off my butt. It's too easy to stay at home, and I've got too many good reasons to stay at home. There's lots of housework to do. There's, stuff to do around the house that I really should do, but I know if I stay home, I probably won't do them. So I might as well go out and have a laugh and catch up with friends and get reconnected. Perhaps that is the better word, reconnected, because we really are connected. I'm very, very fortunate to have friends that I don't see very often, but quite honestly, every time we meet, it's just like, it was like yesterday. So I look at it and I go, I am really very, very fortunate in that. Now, the sad part about that is most of my friends of that level don't live in my area. You know, they live quite a way away from me, so that's a bit of a challenge, but that's okay. So I am thanking God for what appears to be a really pretty day, and I hope it stays. I'm actually going downtown about an hour earlier than I need to because I would like to take a trip around Stanley Park in the car with the camera before I go for my lunch, just in case the weather turns ugly later. And I would like to take that chance because I just don't get to go down there very often. So here's hoping that you enjoy the trip when I get down there, and that you can see some of the most beautiful sights. And part of the reason why people love Vancouver, it always amuses me. For example, with, you know, you all know I'm a big hockey fan, but it's amazing how many hockey fans come and play in Vancouver and end up keeping residences in Vancouver. In other words, they'll go off and play in the east or play wherever they decide to go play next, but they're coming back to Vancouver in the summer. They'll go overseas for the winter if they get a chance, but normally they're playing hockey, but they love to come back to Vancouver. We found the same thing. I don't know if any of you remember that, but visiting dignitaries who have come to Vancouver, it's amazing how many of them decide to retire here. Now, you got to wonder why when we have a lot of rain. Well, I want to tell you something. It's pretty. There's a cop car with all its lights going. I wonder what it needs to do. Okay, you want to really laugh? I am so used to going to work on this road that I am on my way to work instead of on my way downtown. That is quite funny. That is really quite funny. Okay, luckily I know how to get back to the highway from here. That is cute. How could I do that to myself? I forgot where I was going. It was like a regular morning, wasn't it? Never mind. I'll catch you up with you later. Bye-bye for now. Wow. Early in Vancouver. But they look any more relaxed. Canadian. It's got to be a wonderful day to be driving through the park. Hopefully, as we travel along, you're going to see some incredible trees. Just to let you know that this park is sitting on the end of downtown Vancouver. It's a peninsula that Vancouver sits on a peninsula for the large part, and this is the tip of it. It's over 1,000 acres of incredibly beautiful mature trees. In front of you there is the Trade and Convention Centre. We call it the Sales, obviously. And a bit of the downtown skyline. So these are the fairly famous totem poles. Absolutely amazing ones. I thought some of you would like to see. I've never had an opportunity. Of course, you know, I like the colouring of this one, don't you? Just magnificent. It's the detail in them that I always think is so fascinating. That's okay, sir. Thank you. Anyway, so now you've seen the Vancouver totem poles. Well, of course, I've just done my favourite trick, which is you should never let me out in tourist areas. I spend my life taking pictures for people. I see people trying to take their happy holiday shots, and I can't bear to do that. I always pick up the camera for them and take a group shot. But it certainly does delay my time. That's probably Marnie trying to find out where I am. Okay, bye for now.